With a lot of the news attention lately going to the Apple HomePod, and me seriously trying to think about if I wanted to invest in it, I have been looking around at several other smart speakers. One of those speakers was from the company Harman Kardon, and they have dubbed it the Harman Kardon Allure for $250. Getting right into the design of the speaker, it has a very small design. Much smaller than I was actually expecting from the speaker. The design is also very similar to the Harman Kardon Aura that I reviewed a few years ago. It has a plastic clear dome surrounding the top of the speaker that gives it that futuristic look, almost like it's made of glass. One of my weaknesses in any product is the addition of glowing lights, and the Allure has this awesome blue light that illuminates when Alexa is activated, as well as when music or audio is being played through a Bluetooth connection. Now, something I consider to be a double-edged sword is the fact that you won't find any physical buttons on the speaker, as they are all touch-sensitive buttons. I'll come back why I think this in just a minute. On the top, you will find the touch-sensitive buttons to adjust the volume of the speaker, as well as the ability to mute Alexa. You just hold down the mute button and the speaker will glow red, indicating that it is no longer actively listening for Alexa commands. The giant touch-sensitive button in the middle controls things like playing and pausing your music. And on the back, you will find a pretty discreet touch-sensitive button for Bluetooth. Now, the reason I call the touch-sensitive buttons a double-edged sword is the fact that I love the fact that there are no actual buttons on this device, which means none of the buttons will break over time. However, they really need to do a better job at making these buttons more intuitive, as well as giving more response when activated. To me, volume control is what suffered the most with this, but if you are using your speaker over Bluetooth with your phone or computer, you control volume from your device anyway, so not really a huge issue. Around the speaker, you will find a speaker grille that goes around the base that contains three 38mm transducers, and on the bottom, you'll find an active 90mm subwoofer, definitely making this a much more powerful speaker than your typical Amazon Echo. When it came to setting up the speaker, the app really makes it straightforward, even to a guy like me who has never actually set up an Alexa-enabled speaker in his home before. Being this was one of the first times I really got to use a speaker with Amazon Alexa built in, I realized having a smart digital assistant just around my house seemed pretty amazing. It's like having someone who always knows how to answer almost every question you have. And for the things that you need more detail, you have the Alexa app that you can use on your phone in order to get more information such as weather or information about a movie you might be seeing. I did find a few shortcomings compared to Google Assistant on another device, but that is another video for another day. Moving on to audio quality of the speaker. It is incredible, both when listening to music and talking to Alexa. Going down memory lane for a second, one of the most fun memories I had in college when reviewing tech was when I was reviewing the Harman Kardon Aura, and my roommates and I turned the bass to maximum level and played Radioactive by Imagine Dragons. We were all just laughing at how much power the bass had, which was enough to shake everything in our entire room. Now, even though the Allure was not able to get to quite those levels of room-shaking power, this speaker is definitely able to put out some pretty amazing sound. I just wish there was a way to adjust the EQ of this speaker if your device lacks that ability. Now, there isn't a 3.5mm jack to connect devices directly to the speaker, whether it be a non-Bluetooth device or external speakers to get even more powerful audio from the Allure. This sucks, but the fact that almost everything I have is already Bluetooth enabled, I don't think I'm going to miss this. Also, as of right now, there is no multi-room capability with the speaker, meaning if you have multiple Harman Kardon Allures throughout your house, they will not connect to one another and play audio at the same time. But Harman Kardon is always able to push out this with a software update and support from Amazon. To conclude this review, this is definitely one of the better smart speakers I have listened to and could almost sway me to go the route of Amazon Alexa as opposed to Google or Apple. I'll have to give my comparison to this speaker when I finally get my hands on the Apple HomePod, but the Harman Kardon Allure certainly brings the heat with all its features at a much lower price than what Apple is offering the HomePod for. If you're looking for an Amazon Alexa capable speaker that not only gives you control over your smart devices, but also gives you absolutely amazing audio quality, I don't think there's a better option out there.